With simple graphite pencils and careful shading, I turned a blank page into this realistic birdhouse drawing. Let's go through the complete process step by step. Begin with a light outline to establish the overall structure and perspective of the birdhouse. At this stage, I focus more on proportions and placement rather than detail. Keep the lines soft so they won't affect the shading later. I work from the top left towards the bottom right while shading. This approach helped me to avoid smudging the area that are already completed with my hands. Since graphite can easily spread across the paper, maintaining a paper workflow is important to keep the drawing clean and preserve the detail. Working systematically also helped me to control shading more comfortably throughout the process. So first I begin shading the top left wooden section of the birdhouse. I start with a light base layer using an HB pencil to establish the initial tone. Then I gradually build additional layers with a 2B pencil to increase depth and contrast. While shading, I intentionally leave certain areas lighter and untouched. These irregular light spaces help create the natural grains and textures of wood. Instead of making the surface perfectly smooth, I keep light variation in tone and texture to give the wood a more realistic weathered appearance. After completing the wooden section, I move on to the background in the top area of the drawing. I keep the shading soft and subtle so it doesn't compete with the main subject. Instead of focusing on the sharp detail, I use smooth transition and gentle tonal variation to create a blurred, focus out effect. This softer background helps the add depth to the composition and make the warehouse stand out more clearly. By controlling the contrast between detailed foreground and softer background, I create a strong sense of realism and atmosphere. Next, I move on to the main wooden section of the warehouse. Instead of shading everything at once, I complete each session one by one. This approach helped me to maintain better control over the tones, texture, and overall balance of drawing. I gradually build layers, adjust the contrast carefully, and preserve lighter area to create the natural appearance of wood grain. Working session by session also allow me to focus more on the detail and maintain consistency throughout the texture. Thank you for watching this complete drawing process. Through careful shading, tester work, and attention to light and shadow, I slowly transformed a blank page into the realistic birdhouse drawing. If you enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Eye of Art for more realistic pencil drawing tutorial. See you in the next artwork.